I'll give you an example of an AI project. So this is something that isn't really about predictive AI, but it's an example of a small scale project that an organization did, one of my clients did, and they've given me permission to share it. It came about because I was demonstrating I've got some AI on one of my websites. So there's a website called Better Meetings. Let me just, I'm not trying to talk about this product in detail, but I'll explain the chatbot bit of this, which is which is the relevant part. So I've got a website which is an online resource center which clients buy, and it's got activities for leaders and managers to run with their teams. So typically somebody comes and sees me speak at a conference, and they say, I would love you to come in and do some work with us, which I'll happily do. But sometimes they can't engage me, or they want to engage me to come in and work with their teams. So I've put together this online resource center with 52 activities that team managers and leaders can use with their team. And so people buy it, then they can dip in and use any of the activities here. And I'm not going to go through this in detail because that's not the point, but there's 52 of them here, grouped under different categories, so they can choose the ones they want and then just run that activity at their weekly staff meeting. What we did earlier this year was we added a little chat bot to it. So we fed it all the content of those 52 modules, and now somebody who wants some work with their team, they can talk about a challenge that they're having with their team. So let's do one here. My people are worried about high cost of living, which is true right now. Many people are. And what the chatbot does is has a look at those 52 modules and then comes up with the ones that are the best activities that they can use to help that manager address that issue. So it's come up with, I think we said give it 3 at a maximum, and it's got 3 here, right? So it's identified the 3 modules, so then the manager can then pick one of those modules and run that at their weekly staff meeting. So I was sharing this with the client, not because I was trying to sell them the product, but I was demonstrating how you can use a chatbot for something like that. And somebody in the HR team said, this is fantastic. We've got a whole bunch of documents and templates and processes, and these are all really important for us, but the problem is that over time it's become really unwieldy, this massive set of documents. Why don't we build a chatbot? So the HR team just built a little chatbot. It was part of the technology they had now, they had already. So if you're using Microsoft Copilot, it's got this facility built in. And so they built a chatbot that would just work on the HR documents. So now any employee in the business, if they have some sort of HR question, like I applied for a day's leave last year, but I ended up not taking it. How can I get that back? They can type that in the chatbot, and it then directs them to the right document in their internal database that answers that question for them. So it's an example of AI being used to help solve a problem. And the reason I'm sharing this is it wasn't something that had to be done at an organizational level from senior leadership and then buy in some HR package. They actually had a small team build this chatbot within a few weeks. They built a prototype first, then they went to IT and they said, we've tested this on dummy data. How do we now integrate this into our systems? We're making sure we look after cybersecurity and so on. And they had it done in a couple of months. So just a small team doing that to solve a real problem.